Alright folks, so this is going to be another Black Bandit video, but it's actually going to take the bike out, but it's just not looking too promising. I was looking at probably a 15-mile run, but nah, it's not going to happen, so I figured, yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm just going to stay in, probably run another video here, and this one will be basically the Black Bandit setup. Bandit box, RPM gauge. This gauge actually is not even functioning properly. I got another one on order from Amazon because this doesn't work with this setup. Once I get everything keyed in of what works with this complete setup, I'll have an actual description, and I'll put it all in on the in the description, and also on the website www.firstfloor.online. So we got our battery, we got our meter over here. So the circuit is idling right now at what is that, 0.07 of an amp. It's idling. What I've done here is I've added 2 light bulbs. These obviously we're not going to use these because nowadays we use LEDs, and they're just obviously superior to, you know, this style of bulb. But I just wanted to show you, give you an idea of what the circuit pulls if you were to say have a headlight and a brake light running in the night. If you were going along in the night and you needed some light, obviously you need to know what you're using. On the Black Bandit bike itself, I've got LEDs, and it is it's just superior obviously to this old school way of light with the filament here. But I'll just show you. The circuit is connected, so we got everything all fully connected here. Got the meter connected. So if you're thinking about a setup like this, adjustable CDI, Black Bandit box, exterior coil, and obviously our leads. This is the only 2 leads on this whole complete setup that I have. Just twisted the wires because I need to, when I decide to set this up to do my demos, it's just a quick release obviously, so I can just separate basically the wire and the coil from everything else and just move this complete demo setup here, because, you know, there's no wheel or anything. It's just motor and muffler and a gas tank and the whole setup here obviously. So I'm going to do now, so we can get to see what this kind of circuit would pull with even really crappy lights like these. These I wouldn't recommend using lights like this. They're just obviously no good. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna connect into the circuit. By the way, everything else on this whole setup, it's all soldered. I just, when it comes to efficiency, obviously, and you're using wires, I'm not a big fan of twisting wires and tape or whatever. I just use solder and heat shrink. As you can see, I try to keep my harness very clean. So here it is. I'll just plug this in right here. So right now we got the 2 bulbs glowing now. We're at about almost half an amp, and now I'm going to start the Black Bandit, or I'll just start this keg. Sorry, it's not the Black Bandit, but this is a keg motor, Chinese motor, on an old pocket bike I've had for years. This motor, I'm just surprised, it runs really well. Still got 140 psi compression, but runs really well. So here's let's just see what it's going to use. We got everything connected here. Half an amp. Let's put these wires out of the way here. Make things a little easier to see. That's it. There it is. Now the circuit's open. So that's it, folks, for now. But to give you an idea, running really crappy lights, what kind of amperage you're going to pull, I can tell you right now, if you use LEDs, there's no comparison. You won't see that kind of pull. So you got time. If you want to run, say, a 2 amp hour battery, I will find the battery that runs really well with the circuit, like a 3.2 amp hour. That'll give you, with this 2 lights, this kind of setup, RPM gauge, headlight and a rear light, you get about 3 hours easily. 3 hours out of this circuit. So anyway, just another one coming at you. Firstfloor.online. Can get over there, and that's where you'll find the Black Bandit box and all the other stuff that I will add in the description. And yeah, so stay tuned, folks.